You are clashing with King's Empire. This is Trent. We're going to get right into a clan capital raid recap. So we're just going to go over some of my attacks that I had this weekend from my 4 accounts: Trent, Blueberry, TB Money, and Frederick. As we see here, we came away with 1,165 raid medals, which is going to be important moving forward with your loot that you can buy in the market. And then as we see here, I took second this weekend, and we're going to get right into some attacks. We're going to get into our first Golem quarry attack, which didn't go the way I wanted it to. We're going to start off with the lightnings, and then as you'll see here, I set up everything except I don't guide my P.E.K.K.A. inside the base of the blast bow. That's going to sell this attack a little short, which is unfortunate. See, I went right after the Tesla after it popped instead of opening up for the blast bow. I've never done this before, but as we'll see here, I'm just going to try and back up my P.E.K.K.A. with those skeletons, and as we'll see, I'll try to distract for the ones on the left. But all that splash damage is just going to be too much. And then I have nothing to do with my minions here, so I'm just going to try and take out that rocket artillery to finish off this battle. And then I didn't want to go in for a second attack, as I figured it'd be easier for someone else to finish it off for me. So we're just going to get into our Dragon Cliffs attack, as I enjoy testing out the Lightning and Inferno Dragon attack on Dragon Cliffs. So ever since he made a video about it, I've been trying it for the past 2 weekends. And as we'll see here on the right, I triggered the log trap so I could bring the skeleton barrel in, as there isn't any splash until that bomb tower and the wizard tower. So these minions are going to do the skeletons are going to do a nice job clearing that out. And then I am going to zap the 2 barracks for the super dragons in the middle here, as they're only level 1, I believe. And then we'll be able to drag them to the side. So those are taken care of. I'm going to try and draw them to the bottom. And then we're just going to try and take out these 3 super dragons with my Inferno Drags. So it completely changes the base when you take out these super dragons. So we're going to take them out in the first attack. You're not going to get a lot of loot for it, but it's going to help you out significantly when you come to the second attack. I don't know why I didn't take out the rocket tower in the bottom left there. I could have just taken that out with probably a single Barb, but I thought my hogs were going to go to the left, and they end up going towards the Inferno tower, as that's it for this attack. So I didn't set myself up well enough for the second attack, so that's why it didn't turn out to a 2 attack like I usually want it to be. But we're going to try and clear up these buildings on the left here. Going to take out that Inferno tower. And then I didn't bring enough cleanup troops to help guide my Inferno Dragons to the back left, to the top, to the Super Dragon, which is unfortunate. And that's kind of what kind of tanks this attack. I also had a poor heal placement, and I should have saved it for the bomb tower and the blast ball. I just got spammy with it. And then these hogs are going to do a nice job working towards all these kind of like single defenses that are alone by themselves. And that super dragon is just going to be a little too much. I probably could have, I don't know why I dropped that giant earlier. I probably could have held on to the giants as my dragons get closer to the super dragon, but I think I also run out of time here at the end. So we were close, but just need a little more execution to finish off. So then we're going to get right into Builder's Workshop here, as I saw these kind of single point defenses in the bottom right here, and I thought I could just Larry barrel them as they're working their way around. I decided to bring in the hogs as well to kind of give them a little extra strength here. I should have checked for traps a little better here, but they're getting through, and I think I only needed to use one hog. We're going to try and take care of this bottom left section here as well, using the same strategy. Just going to use Larry barrels, hogs. Skeletons are going to kind of like tank a little bit for my hogs, which is great. And then we're going to try and clear the top right section with that P.E.K.K.A. I didn't line up the archers behind the P.E.K.K.A. well, and the giant cannon is just going to take them out as I drop them, as it was poor placement on my part. I should have waited or brought another hogs are going to work through. It's nice that they had kind of like the defenses spread out around, so I'm just going to make my way around, and then I'm kind of wasting my skeletons here in the middle after I drop the spells, but it's really just to set myself up for the second attack. Then eventually we'll see the P.E.K.K.A. go down. I did a great job tanking around the base, and then we'll be set for the next attack. I'm going in with the double skeleton curses for my attacks. It creates an easy 2 attack on Builder's Workshop as long as it's not maxed or too high of a level. But I'm just going to try and get my way a little closer to that main square of defenses, as I'm just going to try and pick off these buildings, and then I'm really going to send in most of my troops from this top area and let them work down towards the bottom. Send in my spam of wall breakers. Got plenty of skeletons. Distract for the hogs. If you haven't used hogs that often, I think it's a great strategy moving forward. Even though the skeleton spells are nerfed at this level, it's still really great for collecting capital gold. I know I see a lot of our clan mates they'll use all 6 mountain golem attacks on our clan capital, and they're just wasting their attacks. So if you have someone like that and you want them to check out a video, send them over here. Hopefully these tutorials are helpful. But this was my first attempt at a default Balloon Lagoon attack. This is one of Sen's. I think he made a tutorial video on like every Balloon Lagoon district level, and this was my first time trying it out. So as we'll see here, I'm just gonna try and protect these wizards as they go around the base. Gonna send in the wall breakers. Gonna send in 1 giant, and then we're gonna start sending in the Larry barrels. So what I messed up here is I didn't let the troops work left to right, because if they would have destroyed this left cannon, gone to the right cannon, I think they would have been more likely to go up. But instead, I split my troops, and that's what takes away from the effectiveness of the one-shot Balloon Lagoon, is if you don't have the giants and all of the Larry barrels going to the right. Because the dragon doesn't need any help to the left, but with all these defenses over here and the crusher, all the troops are just going to get taken out over here. So, I mean, it was still It's still going to be a decent attack, of course, but for a default layout, you kind of want those things to go right, and it just didn't go right this time. So hopefully we get a little more practice in the next weekends coming up here. But yeah, this is my first time at trying to one-shot a default Balloon Lagoon. And then we're just going to leave that second attack for somebody else. We're going to get into another Balloon Lagoon. So this is my first time attacking a Balloon Lagoon with 3 rocket artilleries. So I thought that I could just clean up these buildings up here with a Larry barrel. So we'll see, I'll go Barb to clean this up, wall breaker, and then the Larry barrel to drop outside of here. So I got pretty lucky with that big bomb there. The second little mini bomb took out some of my skeletons, but with 1 hog, it'll be enough to clear out all of these defenses, which is great. But as you'll see, like, all my skeletons are kind of being wasted before my main attack. And then with kind of like my inexperience of attacking Balloon Lagoon, these rocket artilleries just do a number on my hogs. And I just don't have enough distraction for them to break into the base, which leads to 3 attacks, which sucks, but they'll be plenty distracted this time. But there's just too many defenses left. You know, if I would have taken out maybe that top rocket artillery, if that was mostly my focus, then I think I would have had, you know, a better shot of even getting a little more capital gold. But as we'll see here is I get 2 rocket artilleries, the Inferno Tower, and I don't think I have enough to take out this rocket artillery. No. And then I'm just going to use my archers to take out this crusher in the right here. That'll be just enough, which is great for my hogs leading into the 3rd attack for Blueberry. And then with everything, you know, so linear, everything's kind of straightened out. It'll just be easy pickings for the hogs. It'll just be a quick 3rd attack. An unnecessary 3rd attack for an easy 2 attack base, which sucks, but as we'll see here, I just have a ton of troops left over. They'll give me a little bonus, but we're just going to keep moving. Let's get into some Barb camp attacks here with Frederick. So I was really impressed by Korea. This is the clan we went against, was Korea, and they had some nice custom base defenses that we haven't really seen before, which was great. So good practice testing our skills. I'm just going to try and open up these compartments, clean up these buildings, get my hogs a little closer, and I really only get into like this first compartment here. And they did a really nice job of, you know, kind of prolonging these attacks to push it to 3 attacks at a minimum. We're just going to continue with the hog skeletons, as that's kind of my bread and butter of lately. You know, after moving from giants and wizards to hogs and skeletons, there's just no turning back. I think just the hogs are just so powerful with the skeletons moving forward. I got the giant cannons distracted, the rocket artillery stunned. Gonna take out these defenses here in the middle, and then it'll just be an easy cleanup for the 3rd attack. As you'll see, this weekend has kind of led to a lot of those, which sucks, but and then I got some minions to help with the giants to clean up. We're going to send in our wall breakers. We'll do a little cleanup. Let's send them in. We're just going to spread out the hogs. Try and cover as many defenses as possible, as those giant cannons can be brutal to the hogs and the skeletons. It's going to be easy cleanup here. Then I think I got another Barb camp attack. I'm thinking this is a 2-attacker. But with this attack, you know, it was easier to push into the base since they didn't have so many walls kind of protecting the deployment zone. So it was easier for me to kind of get around the base. I can spread out my hogs. They're not going to take as much splash damage, and they're going to do some great damage getting into the base here. I think the rocket's still going to stand, but you know, that's over 50% on one attack. And those giants are, you know, in a bad spot in the bottom right there, middle of the bottom right, and my hogs can do some serious damage to those defenses that are all clumped up. I thought about coming from the same side, but I didn't want all my hogs having to travel so far. So we're just going to continue to spread them out on the right side here. And the skeletons are going to take out that rocket artillery. And then together they're going to make an easy cleanup. Brought my minions in for those giants. And we're good to go on this attack. Alright. And then here is our default Barb camp base. So if, you know, anyone in your clan is preparing to attack a default Barb camp base, I think this is a really easy way to take it out. All these single point defenses are just lined up for your Larry barrels. Take advantage of that. They're going to go up, which I didn't want, but I figured they'd do anyways. So hopefully they try and stay away from that mortar. Otherwise, the whole plan here is to kind of clear out this bottom right section, get as far into the middle as possible, and then it's going to make for an easy second attack. I don't know anybody that has a one-shot Barb camp strategy, but if someone knows of something that I don't know, please feel free to link it. But the whole point was just to clear up those air bombs on the right side, bring in my minions. They're going to clean up these giants, these huts, so that my hogs can stay away from them. And that's the last thing you need at the end of the battle is for these huts. If you avoid these huts at the end of your attack, and the giants are just going to eat up your hogs that are trying to destroy your hut. So I brought in the double heal this time just because they had a little farther distance to travel. So I just want them to be protected from the giant cannon, the bomb tower here. And then as they get closer to the rocket artillery, that's when I'll use my second heal spell for my hogs. As the skeletons are doing a great job in the middle here, going after that mortar, that helped a ton. I don't know why I sent in wall breakers to open up the giant compartment. That was dumb on my part, but there's just going to be too many troops left in this base, in this attack, and they're going to do a great job cleaning up. That's going to be it for me. That's it for attacks from today. Thanks for tuning in. We're always accepting new members, especially ones that are active daily, want to participate in clan wars, clan war leagues, donate. We're always looking for new members. So come and check us out at King's Empire. This has been Trent. You've been clashing with King's Empire.